שירו לאדוני, שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני, כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בסכו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסכו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסכו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסכו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שיר לאדוני, שיר לאדוני, שיר לאדוני. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שיר לאדוני שיר חדש, שיר לאדוני כל הארץ, שיר לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסכו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני, שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני, כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בסכו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסכו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, מסרו מיום ליום ישועתו.
We invite you to open up your Sidurim to page 10. Hine Matov, let's join together. Hine Matov Manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Let's join together. Hine Matov Manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. 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 Hine Matov, Hine Matov, Yalla la la la, Yalla la, Yalla la 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 la. Hine Matov, Hine Matov, Yalla la, Yalla la 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 la. Everybody now. Hine Matov Manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Hine Matov, Yalla la, Yalla la 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 la. Hine Matov, Hine Matov, Yalla la, Yalla la 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 la. Hine Matov Manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It so happened that early one morning, Rabbi Gamliel and a disciple were walking along a country road from one town to the next, when they came upon a young man fixing the wheel of his wagon with his tallis on his shoulders and his tefillin wrapped around his arm and on his head. When they had gone a distant past, the man, the student, turned to his teacher and exclaimed in disgust, "The Jews around here, they have no learning, no respect for God. How could that man stand by the side of the road and change a wagon wheel in his prayer garb?" But Rabbi Gamliel smiled and said, "Isn't it wonderful how the heart and the mind of a Jew are turned towards God, even as he fixes his wagon in the mud?" This is our daily challenge, to go about our lives with a holy sense of purpose, fulfilling each task as if we were wrapped in a prayer shawl, to always feel as if we are sheltered in God's presence, no matter the task, the pressures, or challenges we face. This Shabbat, may we see the presence in the faces and activities of others, friends and strangers alike, for it is then that we will be able to truly welcome the Sabbath bride with a pure heart. We turn to page 3 in our prayer books, our Sidurim, as we welcome Shabbat by kindling our Sabbath light. It's my pleasure to call up our B'nai Mitzvah, Kennedy and Carter, with their mother Gina, to read the reading before and say the blessing over our Shabbos candles.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen. We turn to page 24 in our prayer books as we welcome Shabbat, welcoming each other, singing Shalom Aleichem.
Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Shalom Alechem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem LeShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Baruchuni LeShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitchem Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Everybody, Yai, Lai, 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 Lai. Lai, 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 lai.
We turn back to page 20 as we prepare ourselves to welcome the Sabbath bride, singing Lecha Dodi. We sing verses 1 and 2, 5 and 9. And when we reach verse 9, Bo'ī v'Shalom, we rise as a congregation and we turn to face the entrance of our sanctuary to beckon that Sabbath bride, really acknowledging, welcoming the Shabbos spirit we feel when we sing together all as one. So whether you're joining us here in our Wolf Sanctuary or from your own sacred space, wherever that may be, sing with us, join us, and add your spirit to the Shabbos celebration. Make it feel alive for us all. Page 20.
Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. La lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamod וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתחילה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה. סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, כי באורך כל מאורי. אורי שדברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום, עטרת מעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני ים סגולה. בואי חלה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Turn to those around you and wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Let them know you're glad they're here. We turn to page 26 for Chatzi Kaddish as we remain standing through the Shema.
Yitkadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'alma divrach chirutei ve'amlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyomechon uvechaye lechol beit Yisrael Bagala uvizman kahari ve'meru Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ulal me'al maya Yitbarach ve'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitruma v'nasei v'yithadar v'yithalev v'yithalal shemei nekudesha B'richu leila min kol birchata v'shirachata Tushbechata v'nechemata Tamilchan pe'alma ve'meru.
We turn to page 28 for the Baruch Hu, and it's our pleasure to invite up Kennedy and Carter to lead us in the next part of our service.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
We continue on page 30. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim bechokma poteach she'arim uvidvuna meshanei itim umachalif et hazmanim umesader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtanel. Borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or uma'avir yom umevi layla umavdil ben yom uvein layla Adonai tivaot shema El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. We continue in the middle of page 32. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. We continue on page 34. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Please be seated. We continue together on page 36. Ve'ahavta Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anohi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha ושננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך, בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך. וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אמת.
On the bottom of page 39, we read responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
By prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Michamocha, page 40. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליכם. משה ומרים ובני ישראל, לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ויאמרו כולם. 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody now, get those hands clapping. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar v'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, nora tehilot oseh feleh, malechutecha ra'uvanecha. Bokayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam zelianu ve'ameru Adonai himloch le'olam va'ed michamocha ba'elim Adonai michamocha nedar v'kodesh michamocha ba'elim Adonai Nora tehilot oseh feleh v'ne'eman ki fada et Adonai et Yaakov ugalo miyad chazak mimenu repeat after me Baruch atah Adonai Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Everybody now. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi chamocha nedar v'kodesh. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Nora tehilot oseh feleh.
Turn with us to page 42. As we sing Hashkivenu, reminding ourselves of and requesting from God the desire for us to lie in peace, to be content and feel safe at home, in our community, and beyond.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu shomreinu Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Ushmor Tzeiteinu Shalom, Be'ata Be'at Olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim.
On page 44, we sing in delight for the opportunity to protect, to observe, to celebrate Shabbat.
Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat le'dodotam berit olam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat le'dodotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat le'olam berit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat le'olam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et HaShamayim ve'et haaretz. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat le'olam berit olam. Let's try that together, everybody in the back. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat le'olam berit olam. U'bayom hashvi Shabbat vayinabash, Shabbat vayinabash. Shabbat. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat. La'asot et HaShabbat le'odotam be'ritotam. One more time. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat. La'asot et HaShabbat le'odotam be'ritotam.
We rise for the tefillah on page 46.
Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Adonai sevatai tifach. Yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai. Ata Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibod v'Hanora El Elyon Komel Chasadim Tovim Vekonei Hakol Mezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot Umevi Geula Livnei V'nechem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch Ata Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Ata Kipur Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Ata Rav Lehoshia Morid Hatal Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofech Oholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem emunato lishenei afach michamocha bal gevurot umito melach melech memit umechaye umatzmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman ata lehachayot hakol baruch ata Adonai mechaye hakol ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh ukedoshim bechol yom halelucha selah baruch ata Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
You may be seated. On the top of page 55, we continue. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. and may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Together on the top of page 57. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer, wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands. You are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadecha v'yir'ah na'avod. On the top of page 59, we continue together. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us, so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot. And on page 61, we read together our Birkat Shalom, our prayer for peace. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our homes, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, eternal one, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamivarech et amo Yisrael. Bashalom. Having offered a prayer for peace, for wholeness in our world, we're going to pause for just a moment to offer a special blessing of peace and goodness and joy to a wonderful longtime members of our congregation, David and Harriet Panansky, as they get ready to celebrate their golden 50th anniversary. So I invite you both up onto the bima in front of the ark to share and receive a special blessing. Misha Berach, Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov v'Imotenu, Sarah Rivka Leah v'Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers and fathers before us bring blessing to this bride and to this groom, Harriet and David, as they celebrate that sacred moment, their 50th anniversary of married life together. O eternal, our God, source of all blessing, continue to fulfill every worthy wish of their hearts. Open their eyes to the beauty and mystery of the love they hold for each other every day as today. And as they have spent their lives in harmony, making music wherever they go, may their life continue together to embrace and nurture the care they have shown for each other. Truly, O God, they are blessed. They're blessed with family and friends who have shared their joys and sorrows. They are blessed with memories of a lifetime of devotion and commitment. They are blessed for having built a home worthy of blessing, and they are most of all blessed with each other. The path of life is often unpredictable. Yet 50 years ago, you pledged to one another that you would weather life's challenges together. We cannot promise a life without hardship or pain, but we do know that whatever obstacles you have encountered in this world, they have been more easily managed because you face them together. May God continue to watch over you and shelter you by day, bring you rest and comfort through the night. We thank God Adonai, who in love has allowed us to reach this sacred milestone, and we all share in Shehechianu together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of all, for giving us life, for sustaining us and enabling us to reach this moment of joy. Mazel tov. From blessing to blessing. Having offered a blessing and a hearty mazel tov to Harriet and David, We offer prayers of hope and strength and healing for those who face the future and not fully whole. If there's someone in your life in need of healing, someone you hold in your heart, or someone on your mind, I invite you to think about them now. Close your eyes if you wish so you can picture them, and then whisper their names out loud. We are strengthened by each other's presence, and our prayers are linked together. We turn to page 253 to share in Mishaberach, our prayer for healing.
Mishaberach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach Imoteinu Mekor HaBracha Lavoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Amen. We continue now with a prayer for Israel, a prayer for peace between Israel and its neighbors. You can find the words for our congregational prayer on your order of service. And I invite you, as you are able, to rise and join us in offering this prayer. Rock and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, the dawning of our redemption. Shield it with your compassion and spread over it the sukkah of your shalom. Compel its leaders to act for the good of all who dwell in your holy land. Grant them sound minds, courageous hearts, and compassionate souls. May they work tirelessly to do what is needed to create sustainable peace at home and beyond their borders. May they invest in a future that brings blessing to us all. Master of compassion, bring security and sustenance to all those who are vulnerable. Comfort all who are displaced and suffering. Protect the innocent wherever they may be. May we never lose sight of their humanity and the spark of God's presence in every human being. Healer of the brokenhearted and binder of our wounds, uproot the hatred, animosity, and distrust of all those who would do harm, and replace them with love and kinship, so that all the peoples who dwell in your holy land find safety and security, quiet and contentment, and an abundance of everlasting peace. Amen. You may be seated as we take a few moments now for our own personal silent prayers.
page 343. Ozi vezimrat Yah, vayehili lishua. Adonai is my strength and might. God will be my salvation. Oh, 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 zive zimratia. Let's try that O together. Oh, oh.
All too often, things do not go as we had hoped or planned. Wednesday night's playoff game, for instance, between the Spurs and the Knicks, did not go as we had planned. But basketball mania aside, we all know that no matter what we have planned, reality rarely plays out how we had envisioned. Almost every morning when I wake up, even before I have that first cup of coffee, I look at my calendar and I make a plan for how I'm going to conquer my day and the week ahead. It is not very often that what I set out to do works out, though when it does, I am practically euphoric. Everything does get done, but not usually in the way I had imagined, and I have to remind myself a lot that I need to go with the flow. The ability to face adversity with curiosity and patience rather than panic, and the capacity to remain positive and hopeful no matter the situation can often be the difference between disaster and success. And this is true at work, in our relationships, when it comes to vacation plans, even cooking a new dish. Rabbi David A. Lipper, a rabbi in Akron, Ohio, tells the story about a farmer who one day was working in his field when he heard a terrible crash and then a splash, followed by loud braying and the sounds of kicking. He ran across the field to find his most precious donkey had strayed from the barn and fallen into the well. It was a very deep well, and there was no way for the farmer to lift the donkey out of it. He called to his neighbors, who tried to tie a rope around the donkey to lift him up. For hours they tried, but in the end they failed. What could they do? One farmer suggested that each of them bring his shovel and that they bury the donkey in the well. Burying him would be better than leaving him there and listening to his braying. Reluctantly, the farmer agreed, and they went to work. The first shovelful of dirt smacked the donkey on the back, and the donkey cried out. And here is this like a precursor for Parshat Balak, right? Next week. But the donkey cried out, "God, they're going to bury me in this well." But still, he took the dirt off his back and continued kicking. Another shovelful of dirt fell, then another. Each time the donkey shook off the dirt. Soon, the donkey realized that he could save himself by pulling his feet out of the water, which had now become mud. And stepping up, thus he could climb out of the well. Soon all the water was absorbed by the dirt, and the donkey was above the water level. Dirt continued to rain down upon him, and he continued to shake off each shovelful. Shovelful by shovelful, step by step, the donkey climbed out of the well that had trapped him. And then, to the surprise of the farmers, he emerged from the well and ambled off into the field. It's a story. I know, I didn't write it. As Rabbi Lipper reminds us, a lot of our lives are spent succumbing to the weight of the earth being shoveled upon us. His advice, shake it off and think of it as a step in the path to personal growth. The scouts in this week's Torah portion, Shalach Lecha, would have benefited from learning this lesson. In our parsha, Moses sends leaders from every tribe to scout out the land of Israel. Their recognizance mission is meant to allay their fears and strengthen their resolve to conquer the land before them. But instead, they return fearful and insecure, overwhelmed by the prospect of facing an uncertain future. It is as if they are that donkey in the well, feeling totally stuck and helpless, assuming that the end was near. 10 of the scouts seemed to feel this way, but 2, Caleb and Joshua, remained convinced they could succeed. Their faith in God and in their mission inspired them to remain steadfast despite their fear. And it is because of their faith that they're rewarded. Of all the people who left behind their Egyptian servitude, only Caleb and Joshua are allowed to enter the promised land. Not Moses or Aaron or Miriam, only Caleb and Joshua. It can be hard to maintain courage and strength, especially when it feels like dirt is being shoveled down upon us. Looking at where the 10 spies went wrong and Joshua and Caleb went right can help. The spies didn't set out to be negative. As Rashi notes, at the onset of their mission, the spies were of pure heart and intentions. They were not intending to create chaos, but they lost track of their assignment. And as Rabbi Yaakov Kanevsky explains, they overestimated their own significance. They convinced themselves that they alone were responsible for a positive military campaign. Perhaps their sin was arrogance, assuming only they could get the job done. But I think they panicked, assuming that they were expected to get it done on their own. They didn't ask questions. They didn't ask for help. They allowed their fears to cause chaos. But Caleb and Joshua saw how those same intense emotions could be transformed into something far more powerful and even positive. Rabbi Joshua Herman explains, in Numbers 14:9, Caleb and Joshua twice implore the Israelites to have no fear of the Canaanites, using the Hebrew word yirah, the root being yud resh aleph, the very same word Torah uses when we are told to fear God in Deuteronomy 5 and to fear our parents in Leviticus 19. So while fear can paralyze us, it can also be a positive, inspiring force. Our brains are hardwired to fear certain things, such as predatory animals, and fear can cause our bodies to release adrenaline to give us extra strength when our lives are at risk. But the difference between the fear of the 10 versus the fear of Caleb and Joshua is that the spies had no hope. They simply gave up. Caleb and Joshua recognized their fear as containing awe, and so they had hope. We know that if we strive to accomplish a goal, the fear of failure can motivate us if it is matched by a reasonable hope that we can accomplish that goal. Fear mixed with hope can move us forward toward that proverbial promised land, motivating us to support each other, find creative solutions, and accomplish even the most daunting task. It worked for Caleb and Joshua. It worked for the donkey in our story. So now it's up to us to find ways in our own lives to recognize the fear when it comes, then face it, committed to finding a solution to work through it so we can climb out of the well and continue forward as best we can. Shabbat Shalom. We continue with the concluding portion of our service. Alina is on page 283. Please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא שם חלקנו לאחד את שמו, וגוח עלינו להמליך מלכותו. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. As we turn to page 289 for our memorial meditation, we note with sadness the death of Mark J. Feldman, husband of Nancy Foote Feldman, son of Temple Beth-El member Hazel Feldman, brother of Richard Feldman and Joanne DiPietro, Ronald Feldman and Temple Beth-El member Marjorie Brody and Charles Tate, father of Stacy and Stephen Bannon, Charles and Cassandra Feldman, and Ronnie Feldman and James Andrews. Stepfather of Brian Foote and Daniel Downer, brother-in-law of Linda Foote Cunard, uncle of Temple Beth-El member Jeffrey Brody, grandfather of Jadalyn, Armani, Caleb, Trotter, Miller, Emily, James, Brian, Austin, Alex, and Victor. A memorial service will take place at Boucher Funeral Home in Deptford, New Jersey, and family here in San Antonio will sit Shiva at the home of Hazel Feldman and Marjorie Brody this Sunday through Thursday, from 5 to 8 p.m. with a minyan at 6 p.m. each night. Memorial number 3, written by Rabbi Chaim Stern. The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled, it burns, it glows. It is radiant with warmth and beauty. But soon it fades, its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance and our lives are full, but as night follows day, the candle of our life burns down in gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen. Yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. On this Shabbat, we consecrate the yard sites observed in our congregation this week of Carol Abel, Norman G. Allen, A. Melvin August Jr., Hyman Baruch, Barbara F. Baum, Jake Bergovi, Larry Berkman, Violet Braun, Blanche Davis, Sarah Feller, Elsa Franco, Miriam Gerson, Jay Ginsberg, Abe Gittleson, Rebecca Greenblum, Boris Grinman, Delphia Laverne Haney, Edith Harris, Stanley Jack Hoffman, Wallace Hughes, Beatrice Kerman, Barbara Kaiser, Pearl Kraus, Harry Krawitz, Irving Latz, Joyce Novik Lyons, Leo Metz, Gloria Opatowski, Evelyn Oppenheimer, Robert O. Oason, Gertrude Trudy Pollock, Joe Porterfield, Neil Porterfield, Sam Renke, Consuela G. Rodriguez, Ida Milgram Rosenman, J. Lewis Rubin, Edgar Sanditon, Phyllis Schoner, Michael Schoenfeld, Florence Rono Strelke, Morris Strum, Benjamin Surif, Dr. Arthur Skip Urbach, Doris Aline Vitali, Eugene Leslie Wayne, Michelle Doreen Weiss, Rosa Wolf, Harry A. Wood Jr., and Hazel Wolf. To their memories, we link the names of those who in the last 30 days shloshim have been laid to their eternal rest. We remember Laurel Bennett, Dr. Marvin Forlin, Doris May Bagel Pais, and L.A. Train. And to their memories, we link the names of two who were laid to their eternal rest this past week, their families observing the period of Shiva. We remember Elda Longoria Garcia, mother of longtime Temple Beth-El member Rick Garcia and Vicky Jo Meyerson Garcia, grandmother of Cheyenne Ware Kyle, Ricky Garcia and Nicole Garcia, Gazelle Yaakov and Anahita Garcia, Henri Teo and Michelle Phoenix, and great-grandmother of Matthew and Luke, as well as Marilyn Sue Mann, wife of Frank Berg Jr., mother of Temple Beth-El members Stephen and Patricia Goldsman, and Julie and Christophe Grenial, sister of Temple Beth-El member David and Beverly Mann, grandmother of Mandy, Mariella, and Katya, great-grandmother of Mina, and aunt of Donnie. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for blessing, along with the memories of those we hold in our own hearts each and every day. We turn to page 294 as one congregation as we rise and share in the words of the Mourner's Kaddish together. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, ve'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlech malchutei, b'chayachon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'yizman kariv v'yamru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam omei omaya, yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit ramam v'yit naseh, v'yit hadar v'yit haleh v'yit halal shmei d'kudasha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiram be'alma v'yamru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to all the world, to which we say, amen. You may be seated. It's my pleasure to invite up Brecker Garrison, Temple President, to offer announcements and greetings on behalf of the Board of Trustees.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'd like to wish you all a Shabbat Shalom and welcome. I'm so glad you could join us, whether you're here in the Wolf Sanctuary or with us from your own sacred space. Before we begin, I'd like to recognize a few sponsors and celebrations. Thank you to the Eisenberg family for sponsoring the pre-Shabbat oneg. Thank you to Gina Eisenberg for tonight's Shabbat candle lighting. Mazel Tov to Kennedy and Carter Eisenberg on their B'nai Mitzvah. And Mazel Tov to Harriet and David Pinansky on their 50th anniversary. Thank you to tonight's greeters, Mina Lopez and Claudia Bankler. And here are a few upcoming events and opportunities at Temple Beth-El. First, our Shavuot Hunger and Homeless Drive is still underway. We're continuing to collect monetary donations through Monday, June 22nd. Gifts will be divided equally among 3 agencies as a gift from the congregants of Temple Beth-El. For more information, please see the weekly announcements or contact Ross Halfant. Looking ahead, our annual Pride Shabbat service and dinner will take place on Friday, June 26th. Our guest speaker will be Joy Villarreal Belford, Southwest Education and Training Manager at Keshet, a national organization that works for the full equality of LGBTQ+ Jews and their families in a Jewish life by strengthening Jewish communities and equipping organizations to build affirming spaces. To register for the Pride Shabbat dinner, please see the link in the weekly email. Also this month, don't miss our June series with Uri Feinberg, How We Got Here from Early Zionism to Israel Today, offered via Zoom. Join him for the 5th and 6th sessions of this 9-part Zoom series, which explores the history of the state of Israel from the early days of Zionism to the events of October 7th and beyond. Sessions take place every Tuesday and Thursday in June, and each one is recorded for those who cannot attend live. You can find the registration link in the weekly email. And it's not too late to sign up and deliver a Devar Torah on Friday evenings or Saturday mornings this summer. Our clergy are happy to help you prepare. Opportunities begin on Friday, June 19th. You can find that registration link in the weekly email, or you can contact Dolly Klosna during office hours. And for a little summer fun, Summer of Shalom has begun. Join us most Friday afternoons from 3:30 to 4:30 for a weekly ice cream treat around San Antonio as we celebrate summer together. Additionally, this Sunday, we'll be at the splash pad at the Rock near La Cantera from 10 to 11:30 a.m. All Summer of Shalom activities and dates are listed in the weekly email, and no reservations are required. You can find more information and registration links for these and upcoming opportunities on our website or in the weekly announcements, which arrive in your inbox around 4 p.m. every Thursday. We look forward to your participation in all of these enriching community building experiences. Shabbat Shalom.
For our closing song, we invite you to turn to page 322, and we are going to sing Ein Keloheinu, written by our very own David Pinansky, in celebration of Harriet and David's 50th anniversary. So let's all rise and join together.
Moshi Einu Mikeloheinu Mikadoneinu Mikemalkeinu Mikemoshi Einu Nodel Eloheinu Nodel Adoneinu Nodel Malkeinu Nodel Moshi Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adoneinu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu. Atahu Eloheinu, Tahu Adoneinu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Eloheinu, En Kadoneinu, En Kemalkeinu, En Kemoshieinu. Shabbat Shalom.